Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, and today bringing you guys the next episode of my Let's Play Clash of Clans series. And today, I'm not even going to look at what I want to upgrade in the beginning of the episode, because honestly, I don't even know what I want to upgrade as far as Elixir goes. Like with gold, I know I can still do some useful stuff, like my Archer Towers, I could upgrade my Hidden Teslas, I could do my walls, but for the Elixir, like I mentioned at the beginning of Town Hall 7, I'm starting to run out of useful things to upgrade, and inside of my laboratory, I only have things like the Wizards, the Rage Spell, and the Heal Spell, which I'm currently not using in any of my army compositions, so sort of just useless stuff inside the laboratory, as well as maybe I could upgrade something like my barracks, but I'm just going to try to save up as much elixir as I can, and let's just go ahead and start with this base right here that has 400,000 elixir and over 230,000 gold. So looking at where I want to attack this base, obviously not all of it's going to be inside of the mines and pumps. This guy also does have a lot of dark elixir at nearly 1,000, so since this is a pretty lucrative base, I'm going to go ahead and drop all three of my lightning spells to destroy those two mortars, and I decided to attack from the very top because obviously that's where the dark elixir storage is. Alright, looking at my troops on the outside, they're doing a pretty good job. I just dropped a couple of archers in the beginning to take care of some of those beginning buildings so my troops didn't get caught towards the end. And then now I'm just going to evenly split my raid apart, sort of like a go wipe as far as how I'm dropping my giants. If I had two golems, I would drop them in the same spots, just going at opposite sides of the base, yet sort of close together. And then from there, I'm just going to go ahead and break through with the goblins in the center of the base. And I still have 3 wall breakers left that are going to finally break through those pink walls right there and get me to the core of the base where all of the resources are going to be located. So pretty good stuff so far. Honestly, that was pretty smooth. I broke through all the wall combinations that I wanted to do with only having 8 wall breakers. So that went pretty much perfectly. And now all my goblins are running towards the center, and we're going to be able to steal as many resources as possible from this base. Unfortunately, I didn't take a look at those dark elixir drills on the very bottom. Those would have been nice to attack as well, but honestly, I could only do so much against this base, seeing as I didn't have any sort of composition that would have been able to 3-star it, so I had to choose between attacking the top or the bottom, and I decided to attack the top, and I feel like it was pretty much going to be even on either side of the base that I attack. So in the end, I got 400,000 resources, 546 dark elixir, and 18 trophies. Not too shabby of a raid. Again, I didn't steal all of it, but I think I did the best that I could. And let's go ahead and move on to the next raid and see if we can do even better. So for this guy's base, he has over 727,000 resources, which is insane. He is a Town Hall 8, and let's go ahead and attack and start out with the mines and pumps. He does have his mines and pumps walled off, which is a little bit weird. Again, I never recommend having your mines and pumps walled off unless you have some sort of funnel. So I'm just going to go ahead and break through. I'm going to use my goblins to take care of those gold mines while I have a giant up front. And then following up, I'm going to do the same thing right here, taking care of the gold mines because, again, gold is my #1 priority, and I really won't need elixir in the upcoming episodes, and I'm gonna max out pretty soon, seeing as I'll have no use for it whatsoever. Alright, so things are looking pretty good right now. I've stolen a really good amount of gold. I think I've taken care of most of the gold mines. There might be 1 or 2 more up top. And taking a look at the elixir pumps, there's still a pretty good amount on the top right hand side, and there is some elixir inside of the storages, but I'm really not too worried about that whatsoever. I'm just going to focus on the mines and pumps, and if I have some extra troops, I can drop those towards the end, but I don't really know if I'm going to have too many left over towards the end of this raid. Alright, so dropping some goblins on those. Archers are taking care of those army camps on the top. I'm going to drop a pretty good amount of giants and archers on the top left hand side, so that's why I'm trying to take care of these army camps first before I spam everything. And then now that the giants are going down, I'm going to start spamming my archers to shoot over the top, and then my goblins should be able to try to break through the walls. So I am going to drop my wall breakers in just a second. I do need to make sure that they don't get shot down by that mortar, so I spread them apart. Unfortunately, one of them did end up getting shot down, and the other one actually broke through the other wall intersection, so didn't end up too bad. There should only be a little bit of HP left on that wall, and then after my goblins break through, they'll take care of that elixir pump, and that'll get us most of the resources we're going to be able to get for this raid. So in total, there's 116,000 elixir left. There is a dark elixir drill right there that I would like to get to, so I'm going to end up spending most of my goblins as well as some giants in just a second to try to get to that. And we're sitting at almost 5,000 dark elixirs, so that means we're halfway to the Barbarian King. And if we keep collecting from that level 3 dark elixir drill that I just upgraded in the last episode, we're definitely going to get there really soon. And let's just go ahead and take care of that drill. Alright, so it looks good right there. A couple more of my goblins are left, but honestly, I can't do too much else with this raid, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the battle in a second, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. So overall, a really solid raid. That was over 640,000 resources, plus 120 dark elixir and 6 trophies. So really good stuff there. And those last 2 raids were definitely slow, methodical raids that in the end ended up giving us a lot of resources. And let's just go ahead and attack this base right here. Even though it is elixir dominant, I'm just going to go ahead and attack it anyways, seeing as I still have a pretty good amount of gold. All right, so taking a look at where I want to attack from, I think there's a pretty good amount in the storages, so I'm definitely going to want to enter into the core of this base. However, I do need to make sure I take care of these gold mines and elixir pumps as well, because they have a pretty good amount of resources, as well as if I do try to get my goblins into the center, I don't want to have those mines and pumps distracting them on the outside, so I'm just going to take care of those guys in the very beginning. All right, so archers are going down, going to drop them on some of the buildings on the outside. It's really crucial that you take care of all the garbage buildings on the outside, or it can redirect your troops in a really awkward way, especially using things like Go Wipe and Go Wee Wee. For you higher level guys, it's super important to get rid of these things, or in the very beginning of the raid, your troops are just going to go crazy and it might end up costing you a victory. All right, so all the buildings are down on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and attack from the bottom right-hand side. Giants are going down. I do have 4 wall breakers, and I'm just going to sort of stagger them so they don't get blown up by that wizard tower at the same time. And then as they break through, it looks like we made our way in, no problem. And then my goblins are going to start going ham inside of the center of the base. All right, so things are looking pretty good. We're going to end up attacking that storage right there, and seeing as he only has 1 wizard tower and 1 mortar left, I think I should have enough goblins to break through those storages pretty easily. And once again, after the storages go down, my goblins are going to turn into a pretty mean unit and be able to attack the defenses and try to get 3 stars on this base. So goblins are done with the storages. I'm going to drop the rest of the goblins up top. Wizard Tower did go down, but unfortunately I didn't have enough manpower up front, especially the Giants, to be able to tank for my archers and my goblins. So in the end, we're going to have to settle for 2 stars and 91% on this raid. So after ending the battle, 300,000 elixir and 144,000 gold. Not too bad for the raids today. I feel like we got a pretty good amount of resources, and I definitely have enough to do some upgrades around the base. So let's go ahead and head back, see what we can get done, and definitely see what we want to upgrade with our elixir. All right, so first things first, we do have a 1.5 million gold, and I did want to upgrade some of my archer towers. I do have one that costs 360,000 gold, but rather than upgrade that, I'm just going to upgrade these ones that cost 720,000 just to get those guys out of the way. And then I'll do the 360,000 one on the bottom left, probably in my free time or maybe in the next episode. And then for the laboratory, let me just go ahead and upgrade this rage spell since it's pretty cheap and only a 2-day upgrade. And that'll definitely help me out a little bit later once we reach like Town Hall 9, and you just have to get it done at one point anyways. All right, for the final upgrades, I really don't have too much left to do any sort of significant upgrades, so I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade these gold mines until the next episode. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop a like. If you guys have anything specific you want me to upgrade in the next episode, let me know. I might do my storages just because, but yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.